Hello, guys, and welcome to another Fyxshion Reydiou. Today, we have Shinja over here once
Hello.
again, and today we're going to be talking about a really classic anime that it is very awesome. So, Shinja, can you tell us a little bit about Bleach?
Sure thing. So, Bleach, our main protagonist, is known as Ichigo Kurosaki. Um, his whole life, has kind of been somewhat bullied and picked on for having orange hair or what looks like bleached hair, so people mistake him as like a delinquent and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's actually like his actual hair color, because that's the hair color like his mom had, as I recall. Um, but yeah, other than that, he lives alone with his dad, and he can see spirits occasionally walking around. No one else can see spirits, just him. Um, and in this world, there's like, of course, lost souls that when they die, they have this chain that's sticking out of their body.
Yeah.
And if they're dead, the chain is broken off from their body. If they're still alive, the chain connects them to their body. But once the chain is completely gone, like it slowly erodes over time, they become hollows,
Yes.
and they start devouring other lost souls. The only way for someone to not become a hollow is for these spirits called shinigamis, also known as death gods, to come and basically send the souls to Soul Society. And if they turned into um, hollows, the only way to save them is to also have a shinigami kill them, and they'll be sent to Soul Society as a like freshly newborn soul, basically.
Yes.
So Ichigo, he encounters this lady. Her name is Rukia.
Rukia.
Uh, she's also a Shinigami. She's in grave danger. She's about to die or lose, whatever. Um, Ichigo just happens to be around, and they decide to do this taboo act where they turn Ichigo into a Shinigami
Shinigami.
by having her stab him. And so, essentially, she transfers most of her spirit energy or whatever it is by stabbing him, and unlocks his Shinigami mode or
Yeah.
being, whatever. And yeah, so the rest of the story is him just living as a Shinigami, killing hollows, or exercising hollows.
Yeah. Something like that, yes.
Yeah, it's more to it than that.
Of
But,
course, yeah.
but
Yeah,
I,
that's like the main thing. It's that's the charm that it started. What it is, Bleach. Although it has been changed through time, but it still had that roots because for me Bleach is something that is very special for me. Although Tite Kubo, the creator of Bleach, got inspired by my favorite and number one anime, Yu Yu Hakusho, and of course, it's very inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho because of the spirits and the demons and all those kinds of spiritual stuff, which they're cool in a way. And but yeah, it's I started watching Bleach since I got bored of Naruto. I just started watching Bleach.
yeah,
This is one of the big three back in the day. So this,
yeah, the top three shonen. Like,
yeah,
everyone was watching Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece.
In One Piece, yeah,
I was like Naruto, like at the very top number one, because everyone watched Naruto.
yeah,
Bleach was for like not as wide of a range of audience, but like, the story was really good there too.
Yeah.
Number 2.
But
And
no
then
one
One
can
Piece,
top the king of the pirates.
Yeah.
No one.
it's like one of the best animes, but gosh dang, like it's been going on for so long that
Yes.
like it intimidates a lot of people. I think that's the only reason that it's at number 3.
Yeah.
That, and because of the English dub,
Yeah.
the 4Kids dub kind of
Oh yeah.
gave it a bad reputation.
At least for Bleach, it wasn't that bad because it was originally aired in Adult Swim, which it didn't quite hurt the censoring. A lot of where
Yeah, they
Naruto
didn't
and One
really
Piece did
censor it
suffer
or-
with the censoring. I mean, Bleach was for a older audience in that regard. So Bleach is known because of a lot of blood too. So
Yeah, Bleach is one of those animes that had the stereotype that like you get a little cut and you have
Yeah.
an entire like full of blood gush out of you.
I mean,
It's like there's like a lot of questions to
Yeah.
have about Bleach. Like one, like your spirits, like should you really be bleeding? Like,
yeah.
but yeah, like there's a lot of blood. And no matter how many fights Ichigo got in, like it's like, yep, you're still okay. You recovered in like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Never mind that huge slash you got across your body.
Yeah. Yeah, it's oh my gosh. So yeah, Bleach has been known as the most violent of the 3. I mean, more dark. It's more dark. In terms of
It's a little more serious from the get-go.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Especially since it deals with more like spiritual
Spiritual
subjects
stuff. Yeah.
and stuff.
hmm So yeah, that's why Bleach has like been like the third one, but Bleach has been number 1 at some point in the manga and in anime at the same time. Bleach has been known also for the fights, and holy freaking shit.
Yeah, like their fights were always like really epic. They're always like
Even in
very
the fillers,
intense,
even
like-
in the fillers, bro, like you could tell, like, okay, the fillers, like even Bleach suffer from fillers too. So, but even the fillers were like well animated, and the fights in the fillers were like, man, this is pretty legit. Unlike One Piece or Naruto of fillers that were animated crappily.
yeah. Like the thing that Bleach did really well is like when it did its fight scenes, like like there was actual choreography going
Yes.
on. They lasted a fair bit. They didn't drag on forever.
Yes.
So like every fight had like very impactful scenes that like you
Indeed.
can pick out. Like, oh man, you remember when like Ichigo took Okiura and like dragged him like across
Jesus.
the whole world or whatever.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of like filler in the fight itself. Like yeah, he does a couple slashes here for like forever. Like like take Dragon Ball for example,
Oh, yes,
where it's
yes.
like just a bunch of fists. It's like yeah, so like it's not really impressive. It's just I see a blur of fists.
Exactly.
But like yeah, like the fights went pretty quick. It took forever sometimes to start an actual fight in Bleach.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It'd be like a stare down, and then like an explanation of what's happening. A couple slashes might happen, and then the fight wouldn't start. Like the actual fight took a while to start.
Exactly. Like I
But
mean,
it was enjoyable.
Oh
nonetheless.
yeah, most definitely. And the most things about the the epicness of all these fights is that they do fight with katana swords. They name them in the anime and manga as the Zanpakuto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The-
these things also have their own powers. Uh,
Yep.
that one makes it pretty cool and unique, because not just they just fighting with just their swords. They actually fight with their fists too. There were a variety of fighting. Oh yeah.
Yeah, each character has different abilities, like severely different from the last. So each fight's severely different.
Indeed,
It's
indeed.
still all like sword based, but like, you know, everyone like had a different ability.
Exactly, but the choreography is just so beautiful. Like the swordplay, the I have never seen such a really good swordplay like in Bleach, unless if like I've seen a lot of swordplay, at least at the level of Bleach or a little bit more. But Bleach has the one of the best swordplay in anime history. I'm like, it is what it is. I mean, it's one of the fights that I really do remember, from, I think it was Grimjo versus Ichigo. I think it was the last one they encounter, where Grimjo transformed into this panther type of,
Yeah.
dude, that fight, bro. Like
He like reverts to his like panther form or what?
yeah,
Or no,
it's
it's
a
like his
weird
half
form.
panther.
Yeah, exactly. But he didn't have a sword. He did not have anything. He just used his whole body to just like collide with Ichigo's Zanpakuto, and
Yeah.
it's just, not every fight is just sword clashing or sword play. This has a lot of variety, and that's freaking cool of it. It's just, damn, like, oh man, I really want Bleach back, man.
Yeah, I mean, like it ended kind of abruptly.
Yeah,
Like
it did.
the way it ended in general was kind of like, what? Like they literally just made it end because it wasn't getting the ratings like Naruto was getting, for
Yeah,
example.
it was pretty sad. But before we
Yeah,
get
well,
there,
especially yeah,
before we get there, let's see. The animation was all the music. Oof, Jesus.
yeah. Like they
I
had very like tense music. A lot of stuff was like voices.
Very well composed, man. Yes, I love Naruto music and One Piece music, but the Bleach one was on top. Like it had a
And
lot
they
of
have a lot of
variety.
like, yeah, they have a lot of string and wind instrument
Exactly. That's
stuff, like a lot of violas and
yes, yes,
like cellos and stuff. And
and
then yeah, flutes
yes.
and stuff like that.
And the thing is that I love about Bleach is that one of the names and power names, they were named in Spanish.
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing of like Bleach. So like the Shinigami, like they're all like clearly modeled after samurai and stuff. Like so all their like moves and stuff are in Japanese. But then all the hollow stuff is like for some reason like based on like Spanish and whatnot. So like the hollow world is called Hueco Mundo, which means hollow world.
Exactly.
And then like there's like moves that Hollow do that like they're all like in Spanish, like the beam blast that a lot of the Hollows do is called Zero, which means zero.
Yeah.
And then like there's a move that the Shinigami do that is like what's it called?
Getsuga Tensho.
No, not yes, the quick step. Shumpo, maybe.
Can't remember right now.
But it's basically like that they move quickly through through space, like almost instant transmission.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
I
that
forget what it's
also.
called.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
There was a word for it in Spanish
yeah.
as well, and it was like something like a vibration or
Yes,
something.
exactly.
So it was all in Spanish, so it's really cool. And then one of the protagonists, like one of Ichigo's friends, like he was
Chad
like
Sabe.
Mexican.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chad.
El brazo izquierdo del gigante.
Yeah, no, dude, I loved it when he would say stuff in
Like,
Spanish.
I think it was el brazo izquierdo del diablo y
Yeah,
y el brazo derecho del gigante. Like, damn, that was so cool, man. Like,
yeah. It's like he was so like underrated for so long,
oh
and
yeah,
then
dude.
eventually they actually made him cool. And when he would speak, it's like, oh dang.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really underrated. Like, people just didn't like Chad.
No,
They like
didn't. Well, it's
Uryu.
like it was like he showed up and it's like, oh wow, just you're just strong, like that's all.
Yeah, that's all. Like,
But I liked Chad more. Like later on, I liked him more than like
then in the
the
beginning.
Quincy guy,
Yeah.
which I forget what his name. And then like even more than Orihime's powers and stuff.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah. Obviously.
Although Orihime's was weird. Orihime was like waifu at first, and then as the anime progressed, I'm like,
You're like,
I'm tired.
she got a bit annoying in the series, but she ain't that annoying as other type of characters. So, but you know,
No, like it was weird because it was the whole like was made in distress sort of thing. Made in distress, like
Yeah.
there's nothing that she can really do about it, and then she feels bad, and it's like they just make her into a really weak, annoying character.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, she had
like-
the healing, she had the force field thing, right?
Yeah, but that's what annoyed me the most. It's like, yeah, your powers are cool, but like because of your personality, you're literally just the person that heals us after the fight. Like,
Is that stereotype thing, you know?
Yeah. I just didn't like her after a while. Like at first, before she was involved in any of the fight stuff, I was like, oh, she's cute, like,
Yeah.
and the way she acts is nice, and she's really loving and stuff. But afterwards, I'm like, oh, you're so depressing. But everyone in the anime gets depressing.
Oh yeah, I mean, like in Bleach, there's a huge roster of characters. There is a non-stop list.
Yeah, no, it keeps growing, and you get more and more like people with like different abilities showing up, because it's not simply just like the shinigami and the humans and the hollows.
Mhm.
It's like, there's like the shinigamis and the humans, and then the shinigamis that are not shinigamis anymore, and then the humans that acquired powers, and then
Yeah.
and then the hollows that have transcended hollows, and then it just keeps going.
It is a big, huge roster, such as the Soul Society, like that as a whole, like.
Yeah. Oh, and then you got the Zanpakutos actually have
Oh,
personalities.
yeah,
that are-
exactly. They have their own and they also are characters. So that's an additional. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tite-Kubo went very far with characters here. But talking about characters, who's your favorite character?
Oh man. It's hard to choose, honestly. Like, probably it's what's the lady with the purple hair's name? Yeah.
Yoruichi.
Yeah, Yoruichi.
She's the hottest chick there,
Yeah. Well, I just like that. Like she was all ninja style and stuff.
I mean, I like her combat, way of, fighting with the fists and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my fave. Of
Yeah,
course,
and if it wasn't her, it was the little ice kid, the
oh yeah,
captain.
yeah, the
I
captain. I
forget what
forgot
his.
his name. Yeah, it's been a long time, guys.
Yeah, well, I love all things ice and water and
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah.
that. So like, I really liked him as in general, but to be honest, he felt like one of the weaker captains.
Yeah.
Because like his moves got really stale after a while. Like the last move that they showed in like uh what was it, the Wekamundo battles, was the Arankars. Like he had this move where like kind of froze everything around him, um and it was like really pretty and beautiful. Like that was like the coolest move that I had seen him do. But other than that, his Bankai and everything
it's
just seemed really like
basic.
repetitive.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt like about a lot of people. Like they got their Bankai and they never really like they never really improved after that. It was like kind of the same.
Yeah.
The same was Ichigo. It was like even
Yeah.
after he got his Bankai, it was just like, yeah, just spam Getsuga Tensho.
Yeah.
It's like, are you serious? Like you don't learn anything other than like the quick step and Getsuga Tensho? Really?
Yeah, it got tired, but at least Ichigo had the hollow and the all these other kind of powers.
Yeah, but even with the hollow stuff though, like I get it, transformations and stuff, but
Yeah.
still the same move. Like he had the Getsuga Tensho was like his before the Bankai, and it was like he's been using it forever. It's the same with like Naruto. Like he learned Shadow Clone and Rasengan. Everything else doesn't really.
Yeah,
It's just adding on to that.
Yeah. So yeah, at least Yoruichi is one of my favorite, but my top favorite is Captain Kenpachi. Man, that motherfucker.
Captain who?
Kenpachi.
Oh yeah, dude, he was
Dude,
OP.
he is. Yeah, like, damn, this dude. Like, at first he was like portrayed as a cocky captain. Like he is cocky.
Yeah.
And then he has this lolly.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
Yeah, I know, that's funny. Well, she's kind of like a minor character almost. Like they
Yeah.
never show what her sword ability is. They're just like, yep, she's a vice captain.
Yeah, like what else?
But like, yeah, like nothing really happens.
Yeah.
She kicks some people in the head, but that's it.
Yeah.
But he in general, like, yeah, he was cocky, but like he had the strength to,
Oh yeah.
like, back it up. I was just a little disappointed that like I was hoping that at some point like, oh, maybe like he gets a Zanpakuto or something, because like this is a bit spoilery, but I mean we're all over the place anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't
like,
matter.
it's been a long time.
But he's like the only captain that doesn't have, like, he doesn't even have like the first form of his Zanpakuto.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he's still
So
OP.
like, yeah, and so like I was like hoping that like, oh, maybe like during one of the fights he'd like get like a stronger Zanpakuto or something, like he'd like actually grow an ability, but it was always like, nope, I'm just not gonna lose and get stronger here. It's like the captain from the Black Bulls in a way.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
it.
I mean, Kenpachi, like, this guy could bleed out, like a lot of cuts, like we all told, like, Bleach is a bloody anime. These guys get cuts everywhere, and they still find like they don't actually like bleed to death or anything. They just keep on fighting, and just the blood is still spreading. Like,
Yeah.
it's
all over the place.
Yeah,
They
it's
can
all
fill
over the place.
swimming pools with the amount of like, blood they just spew.
Indeed. What else about Bleach? Best fight you've seen on Bleach? I mean, what's your favorite
Best
fight
fight.
if you
Well,
can
my
remember?
the the most memorable fight that lasted like a few episodes. Well, I don't even know if it lasted a few episodes. That lasted enough was the fight between Ichigo and Ulquiorra.
Ulquiorra.
Like the last fight. Like that is the most memorable fight for me. Especially since in that fight we see like his like full hollow form.
Yeah.
And we never see it again after that.
Oh yeah, it's completely like out of the picture after that.
Yeah, which is fine. We get another like form later on anyway.
We did.
We get his final Getsuga Densho form.
Yeah.
And that is super epic. But that fight, like in terms of like choreography and stuff, nothing really happens. It's literally just kind of like, I am God now. Like
literally, yeah.
Like you're so overpowered, it's boring.
Yeah, exactly.
But not to say it wasn't epic. Like I don't want people to misunderstand me. It was super epic to see like it like unfold, and it's like holy crap. But like if you break down the fight, it was just like, yeah, let's just get this over with. Like this is just sad.
Yeah. Indeed. I mean, I also agree with you. One of my favorite fights is that that fight with Ulquiorra, because it had a lot of massive destruction. The animation was top notch.
Yeah.
Jesus, it was beautiful. It was freaking beautiful to watch.
And I love like the suspense where like you already knew Ulquiorra was like super strong.
Oh yeah,
but like you didn't know like where he was gonna go next. You know, like he was like, oh dang, like you've pushed me a little bit. Well, little do you know, I have another form that no one else has. What?
Yeah, like this is a typical shonen. There's gonna be transformations.
Well, this is like straight up like Bleach. Like Bleach is the show where like everyone has a new transformation.
Oh yeah.
And it only lasts like one episode. Like Ichigo is the king of transformation. Like
oh yeah, he has a lot.
Yeah, he gets like one like every filler, and it only lasts for the filler. Yeah. Every movie also has a new transformation that only lasts that movie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always kind of like, yeah, he can just do whatever, you know.
Yeah. He can be whatever. Like
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I mean, after the Aizen fight, which that was one of the most epic fights in history. Like there's a lot of fights in Bleach, such as the Grimmjow versus Ichigo, and not just Ichigo only. Like these characters, there's a lot of fights. All these characters have their own fight scenes. Like literally, there was one like at least like 2 arcs in like straight. There were like different characters fighting in different places. Like it gets even, it's amazing when you like see other characters have their own fights besides Ichigo, the protagonist. Not a lot of anime has that type of variety, because they only concentrate on the protagonist and the ones closest to him. So
no, yeah, definitely. It was like Bleach was, especially for the Wekamundo art, like there were so many people like, yeah, so there's this team over here and that team over there.
It
was a lot to be
the roster's big. But we miss Bleach. We want Bleach to come back. And of course it has that rough ending, which wasn't a real ending because then the manga continued. But of course the ratings and the plots and the the story kind of like people got uninterested in what was actually happening in the Bleach manga. But it just wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. It's just people like society as a general and like our culture, like it's just we have very short attention spans.
Yeah.
So if you don't do anything to like really catch our attention, or if you stay too long on something,
Yeah.
like people like the fan base like decreases over time.
Exactly.
Naturally.
Yeah. Like there were new animes, new mangas, new interesting mangas on the shonen world. The competition was heavy, and still Naruto and One Piece were still on the top, and Bleach started to decline. But still, I want Bleach anime to come back. I don't care what it takes. Studio Pierrot, please stop doing Boruto and start doing some Bleach. Because Boruto, that's another topic. Alright guys, this will be it. Thank you for watching. This has been Zanpakuto.
And this has been Shinja.
And we'll see you guys later.
Matane.